The world's game. Many sports proclaim their champions as Campione del Mundo, champions of the world. But there is only one world game. It's the game of football, or as known in the United States and Australia, soccer. I've never known why American football is named football. It's more properly suited for the term handball. My beloved Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl 6 times, more than any other team. And each time they celebrate as champions of the world. But how many countries play this so-called handball? Only 7 that I was able to identify. The Lakers and Celtics are battling for the NBA championship, and soon many players will be seen basking in the glory of being quote-unquote the best in the world. I have no idea how many countries play basketball, but it's likely several dozen. The USA is no longer an automatic to medal in the Olympics, as many countries have quality sides. So why in the world would these athletes feel as though they are the best in the world? Baseball, hockey, both of these sports are played in many countries. But will someone please tell me how in the heck Major League Baseball gets to proclaim their championship the World Series? It boasts teams from 2 countries. 2 countries! Do you have any idea how many countries compete for football's Campione del Mundo? 204. 204. I'm not even sure I could name half that many countries, and I've traveled to most parts of the world. Football truly is the world's game, and nothing unites and excites the sports planet like a World Cup. For 1 month every 4 years, billions of people rearrange their lives, play hooky, and ignore their loved ones in order to watch 22 men kick a ball in pursuit of a small golden statue and athletic immortality. The World Cup is actually a 2-year tournament which includes over 200 countries competing to play in South Africa 2010. This is the first time in the 80-year history of the World Cup that it will be held on African soil. 32 teams qualified for the finals, and the games run from June 11th to July 11th. Only 7 countries have won the World Cup, with Brazil leading the honors a total of 5 times. The USA's best achievement in this competition came in 1930, where they came in 3rd place. 20 years later in Brazil, the USA shocked the world with a 1-0 victory over England, who many believed were the best team at that time. The opening match of the 2010 World Cup in South Africa has the host nation facing off against Mexico Friday morning. The USA begins their campaign on Saturday in an exciting matchup which has them paired against England. The other 2 teams in the USA pool include Algeria and Slovenia, and while those countries may seem innocuous, the reality is that any team that has made it to the World Cup finals has already earned their reputation as one of the best teams on the planet. Many people believe that the USA will never win a World Cup, especially those with British accents. Well, I have news for them. The USA has already won twice as many World Cups as the English. English won in 1966, once, and I've met Martin Peters, the English striker who made it happen. While the USA won the Women's World Cup in both 1991 and 1999. Getting back to the men. Spain is the #1 ranked team in the world. As a country, Spain had won a record 15 consecutive matches and had tied Brazil's previous record of 35 games without a defeat. That is until they ran into a United States squad in the Confederations Cup match last year. Can the USA win FIFA 2010 World Cup? I say yes. I was in the Rose Bowl in 1994 when the USA beat Colombia 2-1. I was with the team in Seoul, Korea when they held on against Portugal 3-2. I was with them in Kaiserslautern, Germany when they battled Italy, the eventual champions, to a 1-1 draw. And I think this team has a good feel heading into South Africa 2010. They were in South Africa last year for the Confederations Cup, which allowed them to become familiar with the surroundings. And they did quite well in that tournament. South Africa is not the biggest country, but it's not the smallest either. It's about twice the size of Texas. The USA's pool play matches are all in the same general area, so their logistical headaches are minimal, and they've been there for a few weeks getting acclimated to the altitude of the area. Tim Howard is our starting goalkeeper and the best in the world. The LA Galaxy, Landon Donovan, is America's best player, and he's primed to have an incredible World Cup. And his strike partner from the Galaxy, Edson Buttle, is joining him. And I like to think it was because of my sign on ESPN last month. So paint your face, hoist your vuvuzela, that's the noisemakers that will surely be a signature of South Africa 2010. Or just grab your trusty remote. But whatever you do, make sure that you don't miss the opportunity to join the billions of football fans celebrating the true Campione del Mundo. Go USA!